Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the week 2 predictions, as I said in the last video. Knocking them both out back to back. I'm gonna see something real quick before I start recording. Okay, I'm not leaking my team against Preston. Alright. We are here, still eating my dinner, but week 2 predictions, so let's get into it. Tanner versus Biff, they played a couple hours ago, so can't really make a prediction on that, but I can talk about the set a little bit. Kind of want to save it for the weekly recap, but I have some thoughts about this game, I'll tell you that much. So, biggest one being the calc. Tanner has a 31% chance to Oko you with Draco Meteor. You know, it's one of those things where you kind of stay in with slacking. There's really no reason to go out into your dozo because you just kill him with Earthquake. Because I mean, I could be talking out of my ass here, but I don't think you, I'll pull up the replay real quick just to give you the benefit of the doubt. Where is it? Okay, so you're on your Truon turn. Okay. Okay, so I can understand why you switched out. Then. Let me see something. Damn. Trying to think like what you could have done differently. So how do we even get into this situation? Okay, so you know he scarfed here because he saw it sped you after the Thunder Wave. So instead of going slacking, why didn't you just go like Volk or Dozo? Like giving the Naganadel a free switch in is an issue, right? And you even said it for yourself that slacking was your check to these two. So why would you bring slacking in on something that isn't one of these? I don't I don't understand that play. Also, you kind of like sacked your whole team to get screens up when it didn't even really matter. That was also kind of questionable. Game 2, I mean, I don't really know what happened game 2. Tanner just played better, but game 1, I mean, I might have to do an investigation on the bank account withdrawals because I think someone might have gotten paid. That's all I'm saying. But I just really don't know how you lost game 1. But game 2, Tanner played a lot better, and that's why he won. But I think I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. This is one of those things where like Dozo doesn't get that many moves. So like you honestly didn't even need a water move this game. Chandeler's gonna tear Ghost or fucking Grass. You don't really hit anything else in his team hard of liquidation. Why didn't you just bring Earthquake for the Naganadel? You know what I mean? I don't know. Tanner's whole team, he has like 2 poison types that he's probably gonna bring to most games. So I don't know. I think even with the team you brought, I think you could have won, but There's just a couple things here or there that just surprised me. Another big one being Terra Grass into a team that's filled with poison types. I can kind of understand, like, you don't want to take a lot of damage from like a slow King Scald or whatever, but with Quiver Dance you're not really taking that much anyway, and you can't get burned because you're a fire type. I don't know. There's a couple things in prep that I think you kind of oversaw. I think game one, you really don't know how you lost that. I'll be honest. But Tanner close out the set. Big week for Tanner. Apparently he just makes trades that make no sense and he does better with them. I don't know, but regardless, I guess good game from both coaches. Alright, going to me versus Preston. You both have like one Mon that kind of like runs over the other one's team. I don't really think this is a surprise to say it, so I'm gonna say it. Conkeldurr kind of destroys my team, and Gardevoir kind of destroys his. So, in my opinion, this game is gonna come down to who keeps their win con alive and along for the most to obviously break the most holes. And I think just based on team preview as well as going now that we have information about both coaches with their teams this season, I think it's pretty easy. I think it's pretty easy to say I have the advantage here. Obviously, he didn't bring the Torkoal and the Typhlosion last week or the Scovillain. We could see them this week. Dual screens, Grimmsnarl is always going to be an issue. Kartana, big threat. But Conkeldurr, massive issue for my team. And Sun, also an issue, but I think with the things I have in place, I think I'll be fine. I'm down for Preston to win, you know what I mean? I want Preston to start winning these games, even if it's against me. So we'll see. But I think as of now, I think, yeah, I think, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I think it's hard to give Preston the advantage in a game till, because like I mean, game 3 against Biff, he had a very good showing. I'm not gonna take anything away from there, but game 1 and 2 did not look close at all. So I think Preston, even if you don't win this week, I think as long as you just show up and play a good game. I think we play tomorrow night. So as long as you show up tomorrow night and you play a good set against me, I'll have some faith in you. But your team is just very weird to me, so we'll have to see. JC versus Noah. On team matchup, Zoroark is also 110, correct? Okay, so Zoroark speed ties Michelati, which is a little bit of an issue. Another issue for Noah is Annihilate does jack shit this game. Zoroark is immune to your dual stab, and Iron Valiant outspeeds and like OHKOs you. Same with Mega Pidgeot. So this might be a game where the ape stays at home. But I think Tinglu, as always, just has a crazy matchup here. This could be the week that Clawitzer comes out, because I think Clawitzer actually has a pretty good matchup into Josh, or into fucking Noah. I think Clawitzer could make an appearance here with some, you know, Mega Launch type stuff, a little budget Mega Blastoise type things. For Farigiraf, whether we see it come every week or not, I do not know. I would say Cloth kind of goes crazy here, but there's a Garganacl on the other side, so I think if Noah can take care of Garg, then Cloth actually is a pretty good matchup here, I would say. For JC, I don't know why he has Arctozolt on this team. It literally does nothing. That's like literally if he just trades away Arctozolt for literally anything else, I think his team is really good. Even the Clawitzer I like more than Arctozolt. I think isn't Arctozolt a tier 2 pick? Like, I'm not tripping when I say that, right? No, I guess I'm leaking season 5 tiers. Uh-oh. Good thing I didn't click on that on the video. Alright, let's see here. Dracozolt. Is it No, it's Arctozolt. Yeah, it's a tier 2 pick, bro. Why are you wasting a tier 2 pick on a mon that's not in this slush? You know what I mean? Like, I think JC's team is actually really good. If he gets rid of that, I think his team becomes a lot scarier. Yeah, I think JC has a good matchup here because of the Zoroark. Obviously, coming into the season, I didn't say Zoroark was going to be bad by any means, but I thought he was going to be overhyped. But, you know, the first 2 weeks, he played a Dragapult, Great Tusk, and then he played an Annihilape, which Zoroark is like the perfect counter for Annihilape. So, I mean, we'll have to see if Ape comes, but I think JC with the Zoroark is another good matchup here. This could be the first week we see them make Pidgeot. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough with things like Empoleon sticking around. Granted, he can just U-turn out, but no. I don't think it's going to be a 2-0. Do 2-1, but I'm going to give it slightly to JC because without the Ape, without the Ape, which I don't think Noah will bring, because the core 4 is what really scares me about this team, like the Ape, Ting, Emp, and Lottie. These 4 are really scary. When you take away a core piece and it's just these 3, it's still scary, but it's not as scary, so how Noah's team will perform without the Annihilate. Granted, he didn't even really use Ape last week because he kind of just got shit on by the Treads, but he still won even without it, which is pretty impressive. So I don't think Noah will, I think this is definitely game 3, but we'll have to see how Noah adjusts without playing with Ape at all. I think he brought it to like every game last season, if not like maybe 1 or 2 didn't bring it. So to not bring a game with Ape, especially a divisional game, it's gonna be tough. But I got faith he can do good. Whether he wins or not, we'll see. But I got my stocks in JC for now. B versus Chris. B coming off a big win, Chris coming off a harsh loss, but B, I want to. Hold on, when do you make those trades? Today. It's today Tuesday. Okay, today's Tuesday. But he made. What time did he make the trades at? Free agency trades. He made it at 11:40, so I guess I should update his team now. Rabska got changed to Mesprit. And Lapras got changed to Jelly. Alright. So, let's see here. Just on paper, Spectre has a good matchup besides Urshifu. Urshifu is definitely, honestly, I think besides Urshifu, I think Chris kind of wins this game. So, I think as long as Chris can find a way to deal with the Urshifu, he'll be fine. Because again, the rest of B's team kind of gets fucking smacked by Spectre, Lopunny, and Thundurus. So, I think as long as Chris can find a way to deal with the Urshifu, I think he'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going to give this to Chris. I'll say 2-1, just because Urshifu does have the potential, as we saw week 1, just to kind of carry any game. But I would definitely say Chris has a matchup here for me. I think, again, once Urshifu's out the way, I think Chris's offense is going to kind of roll through B. So we'll see. We'll see. Wu versus Nick. I'm giving no thoughts on any game from Nick until he proves me differently. There is no point in wasting my oxygen on that. So go down. Josh versus Croc. Well, this isn't even a spoiler, because I mean I haven't talked to Croc or Josh about this game, because I haven't. But This is very much so a Gastrodon game. Storm Drain for the Walking Wake. Sounds pretty good. So this is a big Gastrodon game. But you got a Brute Bonnet, you got a Houndoom, a Solar Beam in the Sun, and you have a Brute Bonnet. So Josh is going to be under a lot of pressure on the Gastrodon because Croc knows once Gastrodon is down, Walking Wake kind of has a field day. I mean, even with Gastrodon there, like, you can click Draco, which, again, he does have a Terra Fairy Pult and a Tinkaton. But I think Croc's offense has actually a pretty good matchup here. Obviously, as with any week, Great Tusk and Dragapult. How are you going to deal with that? I don't know. Even the Hydreigon here, kind of scary. I think Scarf Hydreigon is actually pretty good here because outside of Sun, it outspeeds Wake and everything on his team except for the Deoxys. I don't see any value in Scarfing Pult here, even though it would outspeed the Deoxys and Wake under Sun. I don't know. I just don't like Scarf. Dragapult, I don't like it. Especially like if you tear a Ghost, trying to kill like something, and then he goes Heliolisk, you miss out on something. So kind of want to give it to Croc. I kind of want to give it to Croc, but the hard thing about bringing Sun is that you're giving Great Tusk Photosynthesis, which I think if Josh brings an offensive Tusk, that's a lot of dents into this team, to say the least. So, but even then, even Deoxys Speed kind of goes crazy here. I don't know. I like Croc's team a lot. I think it actually can do pretty good work. I'm gonna say 1-2 to Croc. I think like it's gonna be a tough call in prep to choose between Sun or Rain. But on the flip side, it's also a tough call for Josh because it's like, does he give my Tusk the boost, or does he let my Rotom Heat hit Thunder's 100% accurate against him? You know what I mean? So I think this is gonna be a very close set. I think just traditionally, most people would say 2-0 Josh, just because Josh has traditionally like done better in Big Juice. But I think this is a pretty good game. Well, I think this will be a pretty good game, and I guess let me check something. I work at 2, right? It's fucking 12:52. Make sure I'm not late to my second job. Actually, and I'm gonna be late if I leave right now, regardless. Little intermission here, folks. I'm sorry. Tuesday, 23rd, 26. Alright. I was right. But yeah. What was I saying? Tuesday the 23rd. Yes. Okay. My bad. Yeah, I think Croc's team actually is a pretty good matchup here. It's gonna be scary to play against a Photosynthesis Tusk if he does decide to go with the Rain. But even then, you have things like Azu, you have things like Wake that can pressure it out every time. So even then, you have Gligar, which he's got to click Ice Spinner on, but you have a lot of things in your team that can eat ice moves. So it's a very hard read for him to make. He outspeeds you the next turn and can click it, but it's one of those things where you have things that are on your team that are faster than Tusk. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I just, on matchup, I think I like Croc's team a little bit more than I like Josh's into Croc. So, I'm going to go with that. Where are we? Endez versus Chase. We see the Sandvale Gliscor. I don't know. I do not know. This just gets tough claws, right? Yeah. Only if MNAS had the Lycan Rock midday for the Sand Rush. But, I think the most obvious thing for this is Vanillux is probably coming. Literally just to stop the sand. Because if Chase is in sand, Karam is like the only thing eating hits from Drake's ult. And even then, I don't think he's eating them that good. So, I think we see Vanillux with an Aurora Veil just to eat hits from Chase's team. And for Chase, it's going to be a matter of how do I deal with that? So maybe maybe we see Brick Break on the Infernape, the Ambipom, the T-Tar. Maybe we see it on the Lurantis. Who wants to bring it? I think, man, if he gets Brick Break, I'm not going to check, but maybe. Maybe we just see a Defog on Savali. I don't know, but I think the Ice Cream Cone with Aurora Veil is actually a pretty big threat for Chase because, again, even if you get the sand up, the Aurora Veil stays. So it's gonna be a tough one for Chase. He's gotta play around the Vanillux well. What are the speed tiers like? 79, and then T-Card's what? 71. Maybe you run a min speed T-Tars, so a min speed Vanillux doesn't outslow you, because obviously, whoever's slower actually gets the benefit because the weather difference. Because let's just say Nlaz ran a min speed Vanillux and Chase ran a normal speed T-Tar, he would actually outslow. So say they came out on the same turn, the Sandstorm would activate first and then the Snow Warning. So maybe we see a min speed T-Tar this game just to keep the weather control going. I think that's probably Chase's best bet. And other than that, I think it's literally just playing around the Aurora Veil and making sure it doesn't get up. And if it does get up, you can take care of it. I think Chase does that. I think it's a pretty good game for Chase. I'll say 1-2. Again, I think we could see this going either way. But just on matchup, I like Chase's team more. I like Chase. And then for the last game of week 2, we have the big boy Sal and the big boy Tabs, both going 1-0 coming out of week 1. I have help. Sorry, I'm fat as shit. I have helped Sal prep for this game, so I don't want to say too much, but off initial team preview, I would give it 2 Tabs. However, I think the prep Sal has done is very good. And I think because of the prep we've done, obviously I can't disclose too much, but I was going to say 2-0 for Tabs initially, but after the prep we've done with my boy Sal, I don't know how Tabs is going to deal with it. So, sorry that we had to end on one where I kind of had the insider knowledge of, but these are the games, and these are my predictions. You know, we even had a little bit of fun with D making some last-second trades for week 2, but yeah, nothing like people making trades after one game. I couldn't tell you. Play one game of the season, you already want big trades. I'll never understand it. But anyway, that's gonna be it for week 2 predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we're gonna get out of here. You're Mad El Bozo.